Hey there, this is Paulina Herr, or Paulina Alexander of alexherr.com, and welcome to the Fractal Writing System. What I'm going to teach you today is how to turn a blog post into a paid course or a product and create a new passive income stream each week. And this process is really simple, and you can use it over and over and over again to build your passive income product empire. Okay, so I'm super excited to share with you that stuff today, and let's dive in. So you might be thinking like, what is a freaking fractal, Paulina? Just stop with the madness already, okay? But it's really important here because a fractal is a never-ending pattern, and those patterns are created by repeating a simple element or a simple process over and over again and creating like a feedback loop. It all sounds complicated, but it really isn't, because fractal patterns are extremely familiar. They are to be found everywhere in nature. For instance, trees are fractals. Our blood veins in our bodies are fractals. River, coastlines, mountains, clouds, seashells, hurricanes, everything is a fractal. And if you'd like to learn more about fractals, you can go to fractalfoundation.org. I just give you an idea here of what inspired this system. So these are fractals. You can see how these triangles really repeat themselves over and over and over to infinity. And also you can see here this spiral is also a fractal. Next, I'm going to show you fractals in nature. And this is a thunderstorm. As you can see, those little here, little elements here, they resemble the main structure. So this is the idea of a fractal. Now here is the leaf, and you can see basically the big leaf is a collection of little tiny leaves, and then every tiny leaf is a collection of even smaller leaves. So this is how fractal works, based on a sequence of elements that resemble each other. Simple, right? And you might be thinking, okay, Paulina, fractals are super cute, but what does it have to do with my blogging? And how am I going to make money out of that? And it's a good question. And I'm going to show you how in just a second. As an example, I'm going to use the situation when I wrote one blog post, created 6 Facebook posts out of that one blog post, and then based on those 6 Facebook posts, I have created a paid course. Now, this system is really flexible. You can modify it to create different sequences of posts, different passive income products, but I'm going to talk about it later during this presentation. Right now, I just want to give you a overall idea of how this works. So you can see I have created this cute fractal graphic for you to give you an idea of how things work. All right, so I have created a blog post, and based on that blog post, I structured it in a way that it was easy to create 6. It's 5 here, it's 5 here, but it's 5 here, but it was 6, but just, you know, the graphic didn't fit that many. And Facebook posts were created based on the content from the blog, and then based on the content from the blog and based on the content from those Facebook posts, I created modules for the course. And let me grab something to write here, and I will show you how that works. Okay, so here we go. Blog became Facebook posts, and the Facebook posts also promoted the blog back. So this is how it works. And then Facebook posts became modules for the course. Right. Okay. And of course, there's like this mutual feedback, because then the course promotes the blog or your website. So people buy the course, love the content, come to your website and buy more stuff from you. And you can see the beautiful flower that we have created. And this is the main idea of creating content in such way that there's this infinite loop of ideas, of client inflow, of visibility, and all of that can be done with this one system. Okay, so I am going to show you exactly how it was done on the content that I have created. So let's go to, oh, here you go. So here's the blog post that I have created. It was originally posted on my other blog. I have recently rebranded my business. So this is that was moved from the other blog. But you can see that the idea of this blog post is simple. It's really a short one and centered around a specific message. In this case, this is this formula that I have created for getting clients from Facebook. It can be like a slogan or a motto or a message that you have and you want to convey with this blog. The idea is to write it in such a way that this main idea can be then broke down into smaller, into paragraphs, right? So as you can see, I have 3 paragraphs here based on this message. And based on those paragraphs, I then created the 6 Facebook posts for Facebook promotion. So my idea here is that if you are super connected to your message, right, and you're an expert on your topic and you feel like an authority in your field, creating more and more and more content about what you teach shouldn't be like a big deal. I don't know how about you, but I am super passionate about the stuff I created. I can talk and talk and talk until I'm blue in my face about it. So there's always more content to add. There's always more information to add. There's always more insight to add. So in this way, you don't have to like brain sweat every time you try to write something, right? The fractal writing system is based on your core message. And you can basically take the message and create like infinite content out of it. So when you write your blog post, you want to really ask yourself one question, like what's next? What's next? I don't necessarily like the saying that you need to start with the end in mind, because there's never an end. It's an infinite process, right? You start with the next steps in mind, okay? So this blog post, like I said, it's really simple, it's short, it's the core of the whole thing that I have created after. And it's really an organic process I didn't have to like strategize overly or agonize over like what I'm going to add, what I'm going to write, because it's natural, right? If you're connected with your message, if you know the core of your message, it's going to be super easy. Okay, so as I said, there are 3 paragraphs which I then converted into Facebook posts. So here we go. Post 1, and I'm going to show you a couple of them just to give you an idea what I mean by being it, that why it is a fractal. Okay, so you can see post 1, and there's a specific structure I follow with all of my Facebook posts, but I'm going to talk about it later. Right now, I just want to show you how basically those posts are an extension of the blog post that I've written. So here you go. There's this intro message, and now this post is basically the content that is at the beginning here. So before I even share the formula I have created, I gave them some info on why I am passionate about Facebook, why people should even listen to me, what I have to say about Facebook. So you can see that this is just the intro of the blog post, right? So this Facebook post, really, I gave them the formula at the end as a way to give them a taste of what the next blog post will be. So you can see, Facebook post will be about, so you can see that I am creating like a sequence when the sequencing is really a cool way to basically train people to pay attention to your stuff on Facebook. This is also a part of the system I'm going to be talking about later. So yeah, so the first longer Facebook, and they are really long. Your posts, they don't have to be that long. I think that I'm a little obsessed about Facebook, so that's why those came out really long. So yeah, I just gave them the formula at the end of the first Facebook post. So it still leaves me a lot of content to share, right? There you go, post 2. And then again, the same message just said in a different way. So how to make clients want you on Facebook instead of how to find clients on Facebook, which is basically the same thing. And now, as you can see, I answer some questions at the beginning, and this idea is to really pay attention to what people say and use it as additional content, because once you're in the process, people will ask you questions, people will basically create content for you. And again, this is a part of the system. And I'm going to be talking about this later during this presentation. Right now, I wanted to show you that this one is about visibility. And I have created another formula here, which basically came out really naturally out of this first one. So it was easy for me to build upon what I have created on the blog. Plus, I gave the copy structure as a part of this Facebook post. And this one is basically repurposed from my freebie. So as you can see, it's all about recreating, repurposing, and using the content in different contexts. Okay, so there's a third part to Facebook. And you can see this is how to make clients want you on Facebook part 2. This one is on visibility, which goes straight from the blog. So this is the first part of this formula. And you can see this is third day of content for Facebook, and we are just halfway through this blog. So we still have a lot of content to go. And this is the main idea. Okay, so then there's this visibility thing, which I added some stuff upon it. But then, like I said, if you are connected with your message to the core, adding more and more and more and making expanding on your content is not a big deal. There you go. Post 4 is about engagement, which is the second paragraph over here. Post 5 is about relationships, which is a third part or third paragraph over here. And then post 6 is basically like summary of the other posts and of my process. So you can see that the what you are doing in the moment, and then talking about what you're doing or what you just have done became more and more content, which is a smart way of monetizing your every word and your every action that you take. Okay, so these were the 6 posts that I have created. We are here, right? So it's like, again, it's 5, but it should be 6. And then based on them, I have created the Play and Profit on Facebook course. So those posts, they basically became the 3 modules. Like you can see, 3 ingredients to successful marketing, Facebook marketing. And again, there's that formula. That is the core message of the whole thing. So this is why it's a fractal, because this message is present in every other element of this course, right? So we are basically expanding on the message, and we are creating content based on the message. So here's the formula, like the visibility. Basically, I took those Facebook posts that I have created and copied them and pasted. Again, this is even, like I said, this is about the process that I had with creating those posts. So I am talking about what I did in those modules. I add that, again, there's the visibility. I add some screenshots that I have taken, and this is how the content for the course is created. And yeah, I added some other things to the course. And but really, like, you know, if you're creating a $27 product, it can be simple 3-part course, nothing fancy. What matters is how you present the information and that you add value, right? Okay. So these are the other parts of the course. The profits calculator. So basically, I created like a simple calculator that helps people count, or it gives them a number on how many people they have to like influence with their message on Facebook, which is a cool thing. But also, I created an instructional video that became later a promotional video for the course, so you can see how you can repurpose your content in infinite ways to create that feedback loop, and the loop that brings clients and money into your business on repeat. Okay, this one you should already know. This is the structure I show you, how to structure the post, which was a part of, I think that was post 4 or 5. I can't remember. Yeah, over here. No, maybe day 3, I don't know. Okay, so anyways, you already know, and this is the idea, you already know, you saw it somewhere, so it creates that familiarity, and familiarity creates trust and helps building relationships, so people feel like they know you, like they can trust you, and they will buy more stuff from you, basically. So this is like the underlying theme in the fractal writing system. Okay, so now the best thing about this system is that you can build, it's like building blocks, you can build upon it as many times, and like basically until you think you're done, like up to infinity. So what I have showed you right now is this part. Let me grab a pen. So this part right here, beautiful, Paulina. And now this part became a building block for something bigger. So this became a building block for this fractal writing system, right? So I showed you my process, I showed you how things were done and the idea, and now it became the fractal writing system presentation. And based on that, I can create more content, right? Promotional content, I please. And based on that content, I can then create a course, for example, or write a book. So you see how that works in my world. And I hope you enjoy that. And there's so much more to it. Excuse me. Okay. Like I said, there's so much more to it. For example, with that one blog post that I showed you in like some time ago, right? Uh, the funniest thing is that I didn't write it with the intention of turning it into a paid course. I have written it to basically promote my business, and these are my outcomes from the 6 posts that I have showed you. I got like 83 new group members, 29 new subscribers, 200 visitors, and 3 discovery session applications. So like I said before, I recently rebranded my business, and I also changed the business model. I am focusing right now on low-end products and passive income. Earlier, it was mainly one-on-one work with my clients. I was doing some copywriting work and marketing consulting work. So out of these 3 discovery sessions, I got one high-end client, right? So I just wanted to let you know that if your business model is based on working one-on-one with clients, this also can work like magic, and it also will work like magic. Plus, on top of that, you get to create passive income streams for your business. I mean, how cool is that? And yes, it's all done with one blog post. So I can give you some other ideas on what you can do with blog posts once you implement that structure that I'm teaching in the fractal writing system. For example, okay, this is super slow. For example, this this blog post, the 10 ways to unpack your life. It is what I call like a list post, right? So there's a list of those 10 ways to unpack your life, which becomes the message, the main message for the book that I have written, which is in editing right now. And because I have implemented the same system, which like I said, it's really flexible and you can modify it to fit you. It was super easy because this blog post is basically like an outline for the book. As you can see, these are the points. Okay, so another another idea. The main idea becomes 10 paragraphs, and as you can see, these are just like slogans, right? These are slogans. This is just like a message upon a message upon a message. So the mess is meant to become your message. The crisis is your blessing. It's time to answer the calling. Each of those messages can become yet another paragraph in the book. Okay, so again, if you are connected and passionate about your message, adding more and more and expanding on your content is not a problem. The only problem is how to structure it in a way that it basically the work is basically done on itself, and every piece of content that you create becomes a foundation for something else, something bigger, something you can add upon, and something you can monetize, right? So a book is also a passive income stream, although I treat it rather like an extended marketing technique. But this is not in the scope of this presentation. So you see, possibilities are endless. Another idea that I am working on right now, and yet another blog post. This blog post is becoming a quiz. And you know, quizzes, they tend to go viral, and I hope this quiz will become the freebie for my website. So you see how that works. So these are these 4 zones of what? Yeah, 4 zones of operating. There's a zone of these are taken from Guy Hendricks' book, The Big Leap. And yeah, zone of incompetence, zone of competence, zone of excellence and zone of genius. And now, based on this, they can be the outcomes for the quiz. You can just add, you can just create questions based on the content that you have created here and structure it in a way that it becomes a quiz. And quiz is always a hot thing to have on your website and on your blog. So quiz is also another piece of content. So you see how that works. Possibilities are endless. I hope that I got you excited for what's possible. And the other cool thing is that this fractal writing system is a part, and it's like, the beauty of it is that it's perfect on its own, but it also is creating the bigger vision, right? So it became a part of a bigger system, which is the four-hour world domination system, which I will be teaching during the 4-hour world domination bootcamp. If you are interested in learning more about creating content in a way that it's bringing you clients, promoting your business, positioning you as a leader, and then making money out of that content, you can go to alexher.com/dominate and check the page. We already started, but we are in the pre-work mode, so the main portion of the bootcamp starts next Monday. This is what so as I said, the Fractal blog post writing system is like a part of the bigger system. As you can see, there's so much more to it. And yeah, go ahead and read the page, and you can get it in now for just $397, which is crazy low for all of that I am going to share with you. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the presentation. Hope it gave you an idea for how you're going to write from now on with a next step in mind. You can also go through your older blog posts and see if you can repurpose them into Facebook posts and into some passive income streams. All right. So I'm super excited about that. I hope that you're super excited about it also. And I hope I will see you in the 4-hour world domination bootcamp. Okay, that was Paulina Alexandra of alexher.com. Thank you.